Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about that. I had some technical issues with the deal, but I apologize. Anyway, we're finally back up and going. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second before we continue recapping. As my... Alright. Oh, I need to edit this part 2. I'll do that right now. Okay. Now, where were we on the recapping? Oh, yes, I know. I just got done doing Aston, and then, while I'm recapping, I'm gonna go ahead and edit something, so give me 1 second. Alright, let's do this. Oh. By the way, the panelists are in the call, so, yeah. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to do this earlier, but I'll go ahead and do this now. I'll just live again. Okay. Now, I know where we were at. We were on recapping. We were going to Monza before I had to stop stream. Okay. So the top 10 results for Formula 3. And we'll talk about our thumbnail for today. Wait a second. Oh, that's race 2. I wanted race 1. There's race 1. Okay. So as I was saying, the top 10 results for... Now we're going to Monza. Frederick Vesky, the winner. Theo Pachori, second. Oscar Pistrati, third. David Beckham, fourth. Jake Hughes, fifth. Liam Lawson, sixth. Liam Zindelli, seventh. Ben Piscola, eighth. Enzo Fittipaldi, ninth. And Michael Belove completed the top 10. The top 10 results, because we had a lot of things go on. What? Give me a sec. I'll be back in a second. God damn it. As soon as I restart the show, I get interrupted. Right now. Alright. I am back, y'all. Sorry. Where was I? Oh, yes. Recapping Monza. Back to Monza. I appreciate people watching. I saw Cody. I saw Great Lakes and all that. Alright. The top 10 results, because we had a lot of penalties. The actual winner was Brent Viscal, but he was disqualified for a fuel issue, and the person who finished second got a 10-second penalty for causing a collision. So the top 10 results after all the penalties were assessed, which was Liam Lawson, by the way. Jake Hughes won, Theo Pachori second, Alexander Samalar third, excuse me. Liam Zindelli fourth, Alex Baroni fifth, Pierre Louis Covet sixth, Liam Lawson seventh, Roman Stanek eighth, Oliver Caldwell ninth, and Rickard Resculer completed the top 10. I'll look at my DM later. Okay, what's going on? Oh, thank you, Taylor. Cody. What? Damn it, I'll be right back again. times. Jesus Christ. I can't even go one show without an interruption. I have the most consecutive streak with interruptions on a fucking weekly show. Now, where was I? Oh yes, I know where was I. Alright, so the top 10 results, getting back on track here before I get another fucking interruption. Mick Schumacher, the winner of Formula 2's feature race. Luca Giotto second, Christian Lundgaard third, Yuki Tsunoda fourth, Ganyu Zhou fifth, Callum Malott sixth, Dan Tickham seventh, Luis Delatraz eighth, Robert Schwartzman ninth, and Drain Duvala of India completed the top 10. Dan Tickham originally won the sprint race, but he was disqualified due to a failure to provide a significant fuel sample, so he was disqualified, handing the win to Callum Malott. The Brit got his third win of the season. Christian Lundgaard second, Mick Schumacher third, Luis Delatraz fourth, Robert Schwartzman fifth, Johan Darlava sixth, Jack Aiken seventh, Nikita Mazepin eighth, Yuri Vipis ninth, and Roy Nissany completed the top 10. Let me check to see who. Oh, this server's pinging me. I don't know why David has his camera on, but anyway. Yeah. Getting back on track. Then we go to the F1 race for the Italian Grand Prix. The race pretty much started off really interesting, and it was fair. Sebastian Vettel had a rear left brake rotor exploded in the early going, so he was done for the day. So that really was a dismal Seb season, if you ask me. Then Kevin Magnussen brought out the first safety car for having a mechanical failure, and the rule states in the FIA rulebook that in the case of when a safety car comes out, the pits were closed. Trying to make sure I didn't get interrupted here. Anyway, Hamilton came in when the pits were closed, so did Giovinazzi change tires, which is a big no-no, which I'll tell you what they got after that. Then Charles Leclerc brought out the second and final safety car as he lost the back end of his SF1000 going through Parabolica. He had a massive shunt into the tire wall. He's okay, the car was not. That brought out a red flag. Under the red flag, Lewis Hamilton and Antonio Giovinazzi were given a 10-second stop-and-go penalty for coming into the pits when they were closed because they were under investigation by the stewards. Lance Stroll did not get a pit stop, so guess what? Under the red flag, they changed his tires, which is legal in F1. You can change your tires under the red flag, which made it legal. So, considering Lance Stroll did not make a pit stop, so yeah. So the red flag was removed. They threw the yellow back out. They did a second formation lap, which counted. They lined them up on the grid. First time that's ever happened where the red flag was removed. They lined the cars up for the grid, went for another race start, and it was classic. Both Hamilton and Giovinazzi both served their 10-second penalties in the process. And then Max Verstappen had a engine failure go wrong on his Red Bull. He was knocked out of the race as far as that is concerned. And then in the dying laps of the race, it was a really intrigued battle as far as how the race was going. And when it was all said and done, as you can tell by the thumbnail for today's episode, Pierre Gasly has stunned the motorsports world for the first time since the hybrid turbo era began back in 2014. Pierre Gasly stuns the racing world and becomes the first Frenchman in 26 years, or since 1996, to win a Grand Prix. He wins the Italian Grand Prix in AlphaTauri's home GP. And I have to say, and he deserves to be credited for being on the thumbnail for today's episode. I have to say, for a guy, the last 18 months after being dropped by Red Bull last year, back down to now AlphaTauri, from getting his first podium in Brazil last year, thanks to the two Ferraris that took each other out, and now becoming the 109th different race winner, and marking the first time that it was not a big three team who won the race, and which is cool. First time Mercedes, and I'll go over stats real quick before we go recapping. Let's go over the top 10 results. Pierre Gasly, the underdog, 1. Carlos Sainz, 2nd. Lance Stroll, 3rd. Lando Norris, 4th. Valtteri Bottas, 5th. Daniel Ricciardo, 6th. Hamilton, 7th. Lewis Hamilton, that is. Esteban Ocon, 8th. Danica Kvyat, 9th. And Sergio Perez completed the top 10. So, second win for Honda, first with AlphaTauri. It's the first time, I believe, that Red Bull and AlphaTauri had a win in the same season since, I want to say, 2008, which I believe is correct. That was when a young lad who brought AlphaTauri their first ever win, his name was Sebastian Vettel. So there you go. First time Mercedes failed to be on the podium in the hybrid turbo era. First time the big three, which is Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull, was not on the podium since the Hungarian Grand Prix in 2012. A consecutive streak of 143 races at an end. So, and it was over 4,000 days since AlphaTauri won an F1 race, which is, ironically enough, at Monza. Plus, it's the first time AlphaTauri has won in the dry and in the wet at Monza. How about that, if you like that? So, yeah. But Pierre Gasly deserves to be the driver of the day. As I will be right back. I might need to be putting up the vacuum, so give me a sec. Let that sink in. What, dear? Give me a second. I had something stuck on my shoe, or on my foot. I may glad I'm gonna get a freaking petty if you ask me. Anyway. Now, where were we? As we're past the top of the hour, so sorry about that. Then we go to take you out, cause give me a second. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Alright, let's go to the JC thing for the truck series, or for the Xfinity series first. So we go to Darlington, starting with the Xfinity series. I did not watch, in fact, I didn't watch any races this weekend. Sports Clip, Help the Hero 200. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting how it goes, so, because I had to work that day. First incident, Daniel Hemrick, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Sieg, and Brandon Brown got together. The 47, I believe, was caught up in that incident. Hemrick was done for the day after the first accident. The other three continued on. 47 also went out of the race because they were involved in that little shenanigan, so they were done for the day. Then we had a competition yellow from 22 to 25. The rest of stage 1, easy for me to say, was completed. Denny Hamlin won stage number 1. Then Noah Gragson got collected with the 90 of Dexter Bean and the 10 of Ross Chastain. I believe those three continued on. The 9. Yeah, they continued on. That ended stage 2. That was won by Denny Hamlin. And then the 51 of Jeremy Clements had a electrical issue. He came to a stop. He came on the pit road and got it fixed. David Starr was involved in that crash coming off turn 4. Had some pretty significant contact to the inside wall. Then the 21 of Anthony Alfredo and Chase Briscoe got together. Briscoe backed it in the wall lightly. He continued on. So did the 21 of Alfredo, which brought out a red flag. Then, as we thought Denny Hamlin was going to win, he goes in the wall. Ross Chastain runs in the back of him. Brandon Jones goes by both of them to take the lead of the race. And then on the last lap, Ross Chastain, not too happy with Denny Hamlin, puts Hamlin in the wall. And Brandon Jones, for the third time this season, took home a big victory as he steals a win at Darlington, this time during the throwback weekend. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity race was Brandon Jones the winner, Ross Chastain second, Ryan Sieg third, Riley Herbst fourth, Denny Hamlin fell down to fifth, Harrison Burton sixth, Noah Gragson seventh, Michael Annett eighth, Austin Hill ninth, and Myatt Snyder completed the top 10. Then we go to the Truck Series race for Darlington for the first time in 9 years. I did not watch because I had an early shift, aka going to work, so I did not watch any of these races. I mean, yeah, there you go. As the results are pulling up, give me 1 second. There we go. First caution, Brian Barnhill got in the wall off turn number going into 3, had some pretty significant damage to the right side of his truck. His race was done. We had a competition yellow on lap 22, same as the Xfinity race. Nothing else happened in stage 1. Brett Moffitt won stage number 1. Nothing happened in stage 2. That was won by Sheldon Creed. Tyler Ingram spun in turn number 2. Apparently he didn't hit anything. And then the 21 of... It would be better if I put the light on. There we go. The 21 of Zane Smith got spun by the 15 of Tanner Gray. They continued on their merry little way. Then the 00 of Josh Reum got together. Okay, that is accepted, Cody. Josh Reum got involved with Matt Crafton and David Reagan. David Reagan's first start of the season in the 17. His first legit start in the truck series, since he didn't get a chance to run the truck race because of the 40 truck rule. Anyway, that was pretty much all that happened, and when it was all said and done, it was Ben Rhodes who took home his first win of the season and secured himself a spot into the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Truck Series race was Ben Rhodes the winner, Derek Kraus second, good best result for Derek Kraus. Austin Hill third, Grant Infinger fourth, Christian Eck is fifth, Raphael Lazard sixth, Todd Gillen seventh, Stuart Friesen eighth, Timmy Hill great run in ninth, and Brett Moffitt complete top 10. Good runs for Bailey Curry, Ty Majeski. We'll talk about Ty Majeski in a little bit in the breaking stories, or in the top story news. Good runs for Tate Fogelman, P15, Jordan Anderson 24th. Greg Biffle finished 19th in his first race of the season as far as that is concerned. Then we go to the Cup Series race at Darlington for the Cookout Southern 500. I did not watch because like I said before, I was at work, so I couldn't watch anything and all that good stuff. So let's talk about the before the race even began, Ryan Blaney was penalized 10 points for a illegal weight they left in the car at the shop, which he failed inspection, had his crew chief ejected as a result, so he had to start the rears and not the start to the playoffs he would have liked. First caution, actually the first two cautions. First one was a competition yellow, no surprise there. Debris caution in turn number 4 brought out the second yellow, nothing happened. Nothing else happened in stage 1. That was won by Martin Truex Jr., which is MTJ. First actual incident, Bubba Wallace spun coming off turn number 4. Apparently he had a problem, as I just got an update on my Madden game, which I'll do later. So he spun, continued on. He had to go to the garage, had a gearbox failure, is why he went out of the race. Then, nothing else happened in stage 2. That was won by MTJ. John Hunter Nemechek got the wall of turn 4, had some pretty significant damage to the right side and the back of his car, it looks like, and his race was pretty much done. That was the second incident. We had a debris caution on the back straightaway, setting up a restart. Just when you thought Chase Elliott was going to win, MTJ drives into turn 1. He gets loose on the apron, takes both himself and Chase Elliott in the wall. Kevin Harvick goes by them, and Kevin Harvick goes on to win his 8th race of the season, his second in a row at his second win of 3 at Darlington, but most of all, a lock-in spot into the next round of the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series was Kevin Harvick, the winner, Austin Dillon second, Joey Logano third, William Byron got Eric Jones fourth, a non-playoff driver, highest non-playoff driver, Eric Jones in fourth, William Byron fifth, Alex Bowman sixth, Kyle Busch seventh, Kurt Busch eighth, Eric Almirola ninth, Clint Bowyer completed the top 10. The rest of your playoff drivers, where they finished: Brad Keselowski 11th, Cole Custer 12th, Denny Hamlin 13th. Good runs from Michael McDowell, P16. Ryan Preece, good run for him. Chase Elliott came home 20th. Martin Truex Jr., Matt DiBenedetto 21st. Martin Truex Jr. 22nd. Blaney, with that penalty, came back to hunt him in 24th. And I believe that was the lowest playoff driver. So there you go. As I now welcome in our amazing panelists, they are Nathan Orman, Zachary Taylor, Cody Smart, and David Heller. First of all, I'll start with Ormy and Taylor. What were your thoughts on Assen and Townsville 2 and Monza? Orman, I'll start with you. Yeah. It was nuts seeing Pierre Gasly getting his first win. What about you, Mr. Zachary Taylor? Nice motivational belch. Okay, real quickly, Todd Keys, I gotta ask you this question. Get rid of the cookie cutters? Don't you mean get rid of the cookie cutters? Not get rid of the cookie cutters? Nice, Derp. Not except if you do anything to me. Alright, so the question to you panelists. What were your thoughts on Darlington? David, I'll start with you. What, Dad? Continue, David. I think it says push to talk. I think Discord hates him again for some reason. Let's go to Nathan Orman. Let's go to Nathan Orman. We'll come back to David. Alright, is David, can we hear you, David? If not, we'll go to, we can or we can't? I think Discord's being stupid again. Yeah, we can hear you now. Continue, David. Oops. I think he said his push to talk was being a derping grandpa, is what he said. Continuing on, David. Alright. What about you, Mr. Zachary Taylor? What was your thoughts on Darlington? Alright. And Mr. Coot. What, Dad? I'll be back in a second. Can I not get... Not if I have people trying to run me over on that part, I can't. Let's worry about dinner later, because I need it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Wait, what were you talking about? Okay. Because it was your turn coming up, so. Exactly. Alright, now that we finally got that taken care of, let's go ahead and rate the race weekend. I'm gonna start with David, since he already rated. Okay. Alright, Nathan Orman, what would you rate that race weekend? Cody Taylor just got himself a dirt point because he just ejected you for excessive celebration when you said not accepted if you do anything to me in the YouTube chat. Best part is, I have that on the stream. Anyway, what was your ratings, Orman? Alright, Zachary Taylor. Alright. Cody, what about you, my man? Alright, for me, Darlington, I'm gonna give it a 6. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, Darlington, yeah, was calm as you mentioned, Taylor, but it was not that exciting, if you ask me. It was stuck in the middle, so I give it a 6. Aston, I'm gonna give it an 8. Monza, I'm gonna give it a 9. And Townsville, I'm also gonna give it a 9. Cool. So, alright. So let's get into the top story news. Now, I do not... I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get there before you jump the gun. I do not know if Cody is aware about this little news, this first one we were talking about before he came in the call. We were just discussing about Auto Club Speedway of Southern California. I got it, Orman, I got it. If I can go back up here, according to Pocris, do not help me, I can get it. Or no, it's actually a source. NASCAR is planning to transform Auto Club Speedway into a half-mile short track facility, the Athletic has confirmed. They said that the long straights will be like Martinsville and the high bank corners are like Bristol, and it wouldn't begin until 2022. What you guys' thoughts about that? I'm going to start with David. I said David first. If he's going to talk. His mic is broken. Is the mic broken? Yes. What a numpty. Yes, no kidding, Spot Show. Okay, Orman, now you can go. While we get back to David. Zachary Taylor, what about you? And Taylor. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Wait, what'd you say? Well, I thought Discord was cutting out, so. But go ahead. I saw that coming. Yeah. I think it's really stupid too, because I just think it doesn't make any sense. Why would you take one of the best tracks, one of the best facilities, and turn it into a short track? That's like saying, let's turn Daytona National Speedway into another short track. Like, I mean, yeah, I understand you want to have short tracks on the schedule, but it would be better off if you do it at like places like Irwindale, because that would actually get more attention, not at a track that's 2 miles where you can see speeds go up to 200 plus miles an hour. I can't believe you just brought up his name on the stream, GG. What about, wait. Okay, who just commented? Okay. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. Ah, dang it. You made me too. Oh. The Apprentice, I don't think is. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. I mean, to be fair, Oh, good lord. David, your turn, by the way. Okay, David, we're ready. Yes, we can hear you. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. I think you just need to smack Discord after you're done with the show. I said you need to smack Discord fully clothed, not with fairy tale wives, after the show is over. I say smack them both. That would make it easier. I always reset my Wi-Fi when my Wi-Fi gets derpy, so we're good. Alright. I will leave that question, by the way, for you guys in the chat down below. Do you think that's a big mistake by NASCAR? You can let us also know in the chat. So go ahead, David. Now, I think NASCAR owns Auto Club, is what. Yeah. So basically, what NASCAR is doing is only on the tracks where they actually own them. So, in order for a track like North Wilkesboro to make a comeback, they're going to have to talk to Speedway Motorsports about that. Yeah. It could be a big payoff, but then again, it could be an epic disaster. We'll see, what happens with that. I mean, it sounds good to me, on paper, to be honest, but, we'll see what happens. Okay. I just hope it doesn't get too cremated and all that, so, yeah. Next topic. Next topic, by the way. There's a breaking news I'll need to discuss, and we'll get to that in just a second. Kyle Busch and Clint Bowyer have lost their crew chiefs for this weekend at Richmond because of the lug nut penalties that they had at Darlington. Clint Bowyer's crew chief is going to be Greg Zipadelli. It's been a long time since Zippy was a crew chief in the Cup Series. And Kyle Busch's crew chief, somebody's dog is barking. Don't help me, Orman, I got it. Kyle Busch's crew chief is Jacob Cantor, replacing, I don't know who it is, but anyway. But yeah, so. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So, next topic. Let's discuss about and this question is going to both Taylor and Orman. As hello to, I think that's Andrew Ramsey, if I'm correct. Wow. How about that? So, oh, well, there goes somebody. Oh, there goes Ormy. I think Ormy's Discord decided to cut out. So, Taylor, we'll get back to... I think Orman just accidentally started up a call for some reason, but anyway. Did you hit the wrong button again? Oh, good lord. So, to Taylor and... Who, me? Oh, I saw that coming. Oh no. But anyway, the question to both Nathan Orman and Zachary Taylor. With the fact that the announcement came out that after 43 years, Williams F1 team is no longer going to be Frank and I'm sorry, Claire. Thank you. So, what's your reaction to Claire and Frank both stepping down? Taylor? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of change, let's discuss about the situation. If you have not heard the news, or if you've been sleeping under a rock, Germain Racing announced that Geico, the sponsorship on the number 13, will not be returning to the NASCAR Cup Series and to Germain Racing in 2021. What's your guys' reaction to that? Yeah. I feel really bad for Germain Racing, if you ask me. That's how bad I feel. Yeah. What about you, David and Cody? Of welcome back, Great Lakes. Yeah. So maybe they swap over to Toyota, because remember, they had room on for Petty Motorsports to work with Toyota. Yeah, but they really haven't been lately at Cup. So, what I'm thinking David, I'm thinking Germain Racing could be a candidate for heading over to Toyota, and then maybe they can find them a sponsor. Maybe, how about this, boys? Ty Dillon goes out here, bring Brandon Jones to the 13 next season, have it be Toyota. Yeah, because I think the whole situation is going to be sponsorship. Plus, here's the other thing. What's going to happen to that charter if that team gets sold? You see my point there? Let me guess. Motorsports. Yep. I believe it might be either Football Motorsports or Weekly Show. Something like that. But yeah. I know RWR is going to lose the charter because they've been in last place for like, what? This will be their third. Yes, he is. Uh, yeah. Breaking news came in, boys, 20 minutes ago. David Reagan, speaking of David Reagan, has switched his points earning series to trucks, so he's eligible to race Thursday night. That's what I'm thinking, because his only start was the Daytona 500 for the Cup Series. Because good to see David Reagan back racing for a while, so that's good news there. I think that is it for the top story news, unless I left something else out. What, Taylor? Is this a roast, first of all? I saw that coming. Actually, a couple of notes I need to pass along before we get to the other stuff. NASCAR Cup Series champion Kurt Busch will be in the booth Thursday night in the Charlotte studios, joining Vince Welch and Michael Waltrip, Alan Cavana, and Jamie Little. So that's good news there. He's going to be there for all but, I think, the finale for the championship weekend at Phoenix. So that's good news there. Ty Majeski is not in the 45 this week. Who was shocked about that? Who's shocked? As there goes Andrew. Yeah, big oof is correct. Alright. Yeah. I knew you were going to say that. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it for the breaking stories, or the top story news. So it's time for Do Not Help Me. I will read the agenda. To the NR report. Here's Cody Smart.
goes on to take the lead away from the 33 as Tom Montgomery in the 99, another driver who could be interested in the European Touring Car Championship. And Marina. If I pronounce her last name, we're moving across the field very quickly at the 5-lap rule, and eventually came to lap number 4 where they caught up. Going to the white flag, Willard attempted to send it on McGee to take the lead back, but they made contact. Leading to Tom Montgomery, and Marina alive takes the lead. Coming to the finish, Ollie Cook to the outside lane, taking the win away from the 99. Everybody made the show, but remember the bottom 2 have to go home. Jim Floyd and the number 15 advanced, and here's the mark for Jake Parr. Steph Driscoll in the 6. Alright, about the 11 of Cass Michaela are not going to qualify. And I know what Taylor's going to do, so not accepted to do anything to me. So, for the main event that's supposed to be tomorrow, but I might have to move everything up to Thursday because of excessive work. I don't know yet. But here it is. Abby Adams on top, Paul Kite, Nicholas second, Justin Mapani third, Marina Kamali fourth, and Rice Garrido, if I am correct, will start fifth. And then the 21 car field main event. Okay, going over to the Cup Series now. They had pole qualifying yesterday, and here's the results. Starting on the pole for will be the Julie 400 as main. Daniel Bouchard in number 1 managed to take the pole. With over next to him for the Cup Series will be Lexi Autry, or Lottery, or whatever you want to pronounce her last name, for Bertero Racing. She'll start second no matter what. Here are the others that are locked into the main event. And third place, Willie M makes it in. And here's somebody else. Coming up next, who gets locked in, is a PCSRA Weekly Show panelist. That is Cody Goforth getting locked into the Joey 400, clocking in 4th place. And last but not least, one of last year's championship 4 drivers, Arthur Xavier, gets locked in. Wow. And I'll accept it doing it because no Taylor would try something again. But oh yeah, and if you want to know where some of the rest of us ended up, Lon Exo clocked in 10. Let me see who else, if I can look down here. Dylan Cunningham clocked in 25th. Well, in France is Brittany White.
She finished 11th right behind Lauren.
Okay, thank you, Danny.
No problem.
Yeah, she managed to clock in P11. So we do have the lineups for the duels, and Joe gets racing sweeps poles. Wow. Number 11 of Connor Bouchard will start in the pole in duel number 1, and in duel number 2, Rick Ramsey in the number 20 will lead them to the green. Hopefully it will be tonight when we decide who's going to make it in and who doesn't. And in this case, the bottom starting off with 2 Asian tracks, trying to start off with those before doing anything else. So, some of it's going to be untelevised for a while. But, here's what we got. For the European Touring Car Championship, there will be approximately 15 rounds. Wow, probably a field size of, we're looking at 25, 28, probably something similar to V8 supercars in Australia. We're trying to compare it to that. So, we're going to work on that. We have some tracks that we have confirmed, which includes 2 the UK, Silverstone, and Brands Hatch. Nürburgring has been confirmed, and if I can take a look at my notes, where are the pins? Where are the pins? Okay, there we are. We got Monza and Zolder that have also been confirmed to be on.
What, Dad? Continue, I will be back. Continue.
Tracks like that could possibly
is sliding a chain. Dang it, Taylor. Do you want me to start doing what endpoints? Because I will start doing what endpoints for Koji's request. No such thing about what, Taylor? Yeah, apparently we're having a little issue. Alright, say it, woman. Yep. Alright. Anyway, we're having a little issue with dinner right now, so we do apologize. So. As I just... Yeah, we do apologize for that behavior, so... Yeah! So Taylor, go ahead and do a song for us. Trigger Josie. Yeah, we do apologize about that, so... Taylor, you did not do anything wrong, okay? Okay. First of all, I need to address this, and this is not a roast to anybody. If you've been hearing my dad scream and all that, I'm sorry about it, so... Looks like my parents are not going to have dinner, but I'll have to take care of it with Mom later on. But let's get right into looking ahead. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and send me your global pics in a DM when you're not busy. FYI to the both of you. So let's preview. Getting back to the agenda. Let's preview. Of course, we already know Mid-Ohio, Mugello, and Nürburgring will be interesting, especially Mugello because we've never raced there before. So let's look at Richmond because this is the first time we're running Richmond because we were supposed to run Richmond in the spring, but because of COVID-19, it changed everything. So, what do you guys think we're going to see at Richmond International Raceway? Do you think we're going to see some good short track racing like we've seen in the past, or do you think it's going to be a lot interesting racing, knowing that we are going to go to another short track next week at Bristol? Taylor, I'll start with you. Tell me about it. Yeah. Good job, Cody. Not me neither. We're You know what the best part is, Taylor? I have this on the stream, and I can't wait to re-watch this stream again and just continue to laugh my you-know-what off. Not accepted if you do anything to me. Getting back on track. Yeah, it's definitely. I think we're gonna see if what we saw at the short tracks earlier were anything what we're gonna see today. I think we're gonna see an interesting race, if you ask me. So, at least I'm glad I didn't derp, Taylor. So you can be happy about that. Not except if you try anything on me. What, Dad? I'll be right back again. Talk amongst yourselves and don't roast me. Cyan accepted yours. Alright. Yeah. While my mom's ordering, and before we get to the predictions, good boy, Cody, and you did that on my stream. That's even better. Not accept it. Oh no. I'll be back. Oh, there's Taylor. Oh. Alright. Yeah, let's just get right to the prediction standings and then we'll do our final thoughts. Sorry about that. So going into this weekend's events, I think Cody had to go do some, so anyway. For the global standings, Cody Smart has a 13-point lead over myself. He has 738. I have 725. Taylor and Ormy are tied for third at 704. Goforth at 694. Brendan Rudders at 656. The rest, still the same as last week. Alright. For the NASCAR standings, going into this race, at Richmond, Cody Smart with his win, since he racked up the most points at Darlington, locks himself into the round of 8. He has 1,082. By the way, only 5 playoff points carry over to the playoff round that you get in the rounds. All your playoff points that you got in the regular season are null and void, okay? Tied for second is Goforth and Orman at 1,035. Ramsey's in fourth at 1,033. I'm at 1,032. I round out top 5. Teal has 1,030. Taylor's got 1,027. Great Lakes 1,026. That's the final transfer spot. Below the cut line, David Heller is at 1,015. Brendan Rogers 1,013. That is top 10. Q-Man at 336. Greg Rutz at 332. Jonathan Hibbert at 230. Okay, Taylor. It's time for you to do your predictions. It's Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup in the order. So who's the driver to stay away from, Taylor? Austin Wayne Self, right? For real, right? Okay. Let me check. I'll confirm. I think Austin, let me check. Not a roast, by the way. Stats. Stupid phone. Not a roast and off topic. I'm gonna have pizza and I'm not gonna share with you after the whole fiasco with what happened with my deal. He's had some good runs here, there, and everywhere, so I'll just rule that 50-50. If Ormy says otherwise, I'll just tell him it's 50-50, okay? Yeah. Oh, you can send me who gets in the playoffs in my DM on Messenger. Who's your dark horse? Ow. Sorry, I hit my glasses. Okay, Stuart Friesen was your dark horse. I just hit my headset on accident. Good job, me. Anyway, who's the driver to win? Ooh. Remember, for trucks, it's 1 point apiece. Xfinity is also 1 point apiece because it's a double header. Cup, it's 3 points for a playoff driver, 1 point for a non-playoff driver. Just remind you guys. And it's driver to win, stay away from dark horse if anybody doesn't know the predictions order. Okay. Now, let me remind you, Taylor, since I haven't told anybody else. If you pick Kyle Busch for driver to win, you get a second choice of who you're picking for driver to win. I just want to remind you that since Kyle Busch is not running the... Okay? Just gonna let you know. Okay, that was really challenging. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let me... Okay. Continue on. Who's your dark horse?
I think my dark horse, I think I shall say Brandon Brown will be my dark horse.
Oh. And your driver to win.
Well, I think for the driver to win, I think I shall go with Chase Briscoe.
Oh. And for Cup.
Alright. Alrighty, my driver to stay away from for Cup. I think I will say Clint Boyer.
That's actually a good pick. I was actually gonna I might take a good driver for a dark horse.
For the dark horse, I think I shall say
What, Dad? Continue.
I think I'm gonna go with MTJ as my dark horse.
Martin Truex Jr.? Okay. Let me go see what my dad wants, and I'll be back in a sec. Good grief. Okay, Mr. Taylor, I'm back. Okay, where were we at? Were we on your... Oh yeah, we were on driver to win. Then it's... Well, I have to read Ormy's picks, so... Who's the driver to win, Taylor?
Alright. So, I was debating here between a few drivers that I was kind of considering here. But the driver I think I will actually go with it to win here, I will say Denny Hamlin is my driver to win.
Okay. Let me read you what Ormy sent to me in his DM. I'll just do his NASCAR picks. For... Oh, wait. Did you do... Oh, yeah, you... Okay, never mind. So, Ormy gave me Austin Hill for driver to win for truck. Sheldon Creed, driver stay away from. Johnny Sauter as the dark horse. Xfinity took Noah... Harrison Burton's driver to win. Taylor, you might need to go smack Ormy. Remember your driver stay away from being Noah Gragson? Well, Ormy stole that from you. As your driver stay away from. Dark horse is Justin Haley. Cup, Denny Hamlin driver to win. Martin Truex Jr. driver stay away from. Kurt Busch as the dark horse. He said... Alright. Are you ready to hear my predictions? Hint, I'm not going to make you triggered. Alright, for Truck Series. Driver to win. I'm going to say... I think he's going to go back-to-back. Ben Rhodes as the driver to win. Oh, hi, Ormy.
So let me confirm his results so far.
For Taylor's pick, because he told me he picked him as driver to stay away from.
His best finish is
11th.
11th at Daytona.
So he's 50-50, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Okay, so Taylor, it is 50-50, so. Alright. Driver to stay away from. I feel like the reason I'm going to take this driver, as I just hit the wrong button, good job me, I feel like he's been one of those drivers that's not been exciting and all that, and it's just not surprising to say this. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to say Chandler Smith is the driver to stay away from. Oh, Ormy had to go. My dark horse? I'm going to say Sheldon Creed as the dark horse. I could have took him for driver to win, but I didn't. Xfinity. Driver to win. Xfinity, as I am not on the right entry list. Yes, you can hear the rumble of thunder. My driver to win... Nice motivational belch. Give me Austin Cindric as driver to win. Because why? Because last time we had a doubleheader, he swept. The driver I'm going to take to stay away from, based off what I've seen as far as finishes are concerned, I just don't think it's going to matter for him. I mean, he really did an impressive job, but I just don't know how much he knows. I don't think he's ever raced here at Richmond before. So I'm going to say Riley Herbst as the driver to stay away from. And for my dark horse, I am going to say a driver that really got his momentum going, and I'm just going to take him for an underdog because he's been really getting some top 15 runs here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to take Jesse Little as the dark horse. Are you surprised about that, Taylor? 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 Are you looking at the end of the world? He's looking at the end of the world. Alright, for Cup. The driver to win for me in Cup. He should have won last week, but got taken out in an instant. I hope he really bounces back in a big way. I am going to take Martin Truex Jr. as the driver to win. The driver I'm going to take to stay away from, based off what I've seen from Richmond, looking at my Richmond stats, which by the way reminds me, I need to look up my Richmond stats. Rich, thank you, not to derp, NASCAR. As there goes Taylor. I think he had to go. Yep, he had to go. Yeah, I'm not surprised, so anyway. I'm taking this driver because the fact that he really just doesn't do well at Richmond. Did Discord cut you out? Okay. By the way, I took one of your drivers as driver to win, aka MTJ, by the way. So, anyway. I'm on driver to stay away from. Okay. Looking at this stat, I really think that, looking at, Richmond, this being a short track and all of that, I just feel like this driver is just not going to do well in a big way, and I think he's going to really struggle. Therefore, I am going to say as I just hit the wrong button. I am going to say Ryan Blaney as the driver to stay away from. Because if you look at his average finish, as I just hit the wrong button, sorry about that. If you look at his average finish, it was a 25.5. He has no wins, no top 5s, no top 10s. He's had top 20s, but if you look at his resume, he's had only one DNF. I just don't feel like he's going to do well. So that's why I took Ryan Blaney as the driver to stay away from. His worst finish at Richmond is like 39th. So that's why I'm taking him as driver to stay away from. My dark horse, I feel like looking at Richmond, you know, that he's the king of amazingness on short tracks. You know, he's won there before, and I feel like, you know, he needs to find a way to get a win, not only for his first win of the season, but also try to secure himself a spot into the round of 12. Therefore, I'm going to say Kyle Busch as my dark horse. Just to please the Taylor. Alright, final thoughts from you, Taylor, from this weekend and what to expect this weekend and all that, so.
We did have a pretty good racing weekend that we just exited out of. I think Richmond will probably be typical Richmond, especially with this being a playoff race. It's most definitely going to be a lot of interesting things happening and everything for all the series and trucks going back to Richmond. That's going to be pretty interesting as well, for sure.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see, if you know what I mean. It should be fun and all that, so. Let's take a look at this week's upcoming events, brought to you by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. I have heard no reports on if and when the Pit Stop Show is returning, but I hope it is soon. If not, then the PCSRA Weekly Show has you covered for the remainder of the season, just like last year. So we'll keep you up to date on that situation. And coming up right now is the Newark NASCAR Cup Series from North Wilkesboro, which Laura will be there tomorrow, which is Joseph Lombard's league and all that. And then Thursday is NIS at Richmond, so that's going to be fun, exciting as far as that's concerned. That's a look at this week's upcoming events. As far as looking at this week's upcoming PCSRA Weekly Show events, next week is an elimination week because we're going to preview Bristol and all the other races, but let me remind you something. It's the first race of the first round for trucks. It's the regular season finale for Xfinity. It's our first elimination race for the Cup Series, which means by the checkered flag, at the end of 500 laps next week at Bristol, 12 drivers will move on to the next round. 4 drivers will be eliminated, which also means 8 panelists will move on to the second round of the playoffs, and 2 panelists will see their championship hopes come to an end. I bet Taylor better hope he's not one of them, if you know what I mean. Because there are no room for error, if you ask me, as far as that's concerned. So we'll see how that goes, and that's a look at this week's upcoming events, brought to you by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. I'm going to go, but I'll come back later on. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. For the IMSA podcast, by the way. See you, dude. So, we're really excited to see how that goes. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud partner of the PCSRA Weekly Show, and remind all of our friends that together we can end DUI. Visit enduyok.com for more details. I want to thank our great crew, Zachary Taylor, Nathan Orman, Cody Smart, David Heller, and also Andrew Ramsey for joining us on the weekly show. Our statistician, Caleb Hobbs, producer and engineer, Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Tang, Alex Hawkins, Dennis Stats Kelly, our spotter, Greg Wood Black, engineer-producer, Michael Dean, Tom Shores, and Greg Rutz, our sideline engineer, Crystal Fontaine, our PCSRA expert, and Seth Summer running the show for us back in our Learfield IMG College Network studios. Final score one final time from last night. to kick off college football season in a big way. It was BYU 55 and Navy 3. And hope you guys will tune into OU and Missouri State as they will kick off their 2020 season on 107.7 The Franchise and 107.9 The Franchise Tulsa. Until next week, my friends, when we recap all of our amazing stuff and preview what's coming up next, this is Daniel Phillips, aka PCSRA Blue Hedgehog 26 saying, Boomer Sooner, everybody. PCSRA Weekly Show fans, thank you for joining us for today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show on the Blue Hedgehog TV. We hope to see you every Monday and Tuesday inside our PCSRA studios in War Acres, Oklahoma for more episodes of the PCSRA Weekly Show throughout the 2020 race season. This PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, Harkins Theaters, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Thanks for listening to the PCSRA Weekly Show. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2020 by the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues and the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association, Incorporated.